down there in Arizona, and then over to the Painted Desert and to the Petrified Forest. I thought I was getting pictures there, and the film had hung up and didn't get any pictures in through there.
Oh shit.
So until I got up to that one thing when I was headed to Chin Lee, I noticed it then. Because I thought, well, something's wrong with this thing. And I got to checking, and like I said, the film hadn't advanced. It had hung up or did something there.
Well, that's not
so I had
good.
taken a bunch of pictures for naught.
Jeez, that sucks.
Yeah, I had a camera that rewound itself in
Mhm.
its base.
Mm-hmm.
And I had taken a picture of a tomcat in somebody's yard.
Yeah.
And then some pictures of the big old sequoia cactus there in Arizona. And it looked like the cat was sitting under the sequoia
Mm-hmm.
when I finally got it developed.
And this is where we used to have our trailer here. We used to have one parked right in here. There was a trailer and all. That's where Mom, Dad, and Bobby lived. There used to be two old cars right off down in here that we used to play
Bonnie and Clyde?
Bonnie and Clyde or Cops and Robbers or whatever right down here. We used to get in them things because they were old wrecked cars, but they still had the seats and everything. You get in there.
I think I remember those because I think they were here when I was still his age.
Probably.
Because we'd seen them and you're like, and that's what brought up the memory.
Mm-hmm. We had something just coming through here. Big deer looks like coming across that way.
Heading right through here?
Yeah.
Yep. Big old boy.
Well, this is that area where they start funneling down. Just like I said, it all comes out, and there was a thing that was just about as wide as this road. It was just deer trail, and it goes right down. See through the cut down here? That's where they all funnel out because this is all a cliff area. So there's very few areas they can come out to go down to that creek and all down over in through there.
Oh, okay. Good
This
bit of
area
knowledge.
out in here, like I said, was just full of deer. At times, they would just, like I said, they'd come down through here like in droves.
Be handy the information when I get able to hunt with a bow.
Yeah, you got to. This is Area 61 too, so this is the draw area. That's like I said. That's what pissed me off, because this was the area where I'd always hunted as a kid and everything else, and now it's you have to do all this horse shit.
Yeah, put in for so many points and then hopefully you get it.
Right here, this is where Foster's had a mine for a time.
Yeah.
That was down in fact, there was a mine down off in here somewhere. I can't remember where it was at. That had caved in. The roof had actually collapsed on it.
Oh, shit.
Just great big, looked like a huge sinkhole.
Dang.
But there was a mine that was down in here we used to cross. There was kind of like a bridge through it because there was an underground creek that run through there, and so the water would run through there, and they had people pumping one to kind of keep it stabilized and all when they were going through there.
You know, Dad, that's why I like hanging out with you. You have all this old information that wouldn't be in the history books.
No, that's what happens when you get old.
You're not old yet.
You got old information. Of course, that was the one thing too. I used to hang around, like I said, with Granddad and Dad and all when I was hunting, and Grandma Pat and all. So you learned a lot of this stuff, you know. And that was a lot of stuff that most people didn't know about.
Nobody knew it,
Yeah.
except for a small select group of people.
Your Granddad had a hell of a time here. He had and there was the loadout right there for one of Foster's mines that was down there that they used. He tried to come up with this thing one time with a slick track loader.
Oh shit.
I guess he slid all over the place and stuff. It was kind of snowy or whatever. He had those shits at the time the way he's telling it. But he was going one way or the other and everywhere else except where he's wanting to go, I guess. Just kind of like having ice skates.
Oh jeez. Yeah, Yeah, I heard them slick track anything is you got to be pretty careful with it.
See, this has grown up quite a bit because this is right in here. Where was that? 'Cause it's right in here is where that place is at that I always watch. Oh, it's back right over in here. Because that's where all those deer used to go down through there. Like I said, it was just a big old wide path that where they just walk through here so much.
Wow. Like a deer highway.
Yeah, yeah.
I see one. I see one.
Like I said, this oak brush and all is kind of grown up and everything else, so it's kind of tough to see some of this stuff. That's like that mine down there. It's all, it used to be, really you could see it because everything had collapsed, so everything around it had kind of went with it. But now it's grown up enough you'd probably have to step off into it before you'd find it.
Woo! The little pink ones.
Got some weather coming in, it looks like, or something.
And it don't look nice either.
No. Yeah. Wander on out of here and get back onto the road.
I used to have to do that old Chevy of mine because when the transmission started going, driving down the road and it'd shift down a gear, so you'd have to put it in neutral and pop it back into drive.